Good day, folks. My name is Sean, and this is Air Photography. Recently, Rode updated their very popular Wireless Go series. It's now called the Wireless Go 2. They've added a ton of new features and enhancements and fixed a lot of the problems that a lot of people experienced. And spoiler alert, the new kit is actually pretty incredible. So let's just jump right in and take a closer look. So when you purchase the new Wireless Go 2, this is everything here that you get inside the kit. This retails now for $299, so it has gone up in price by $100. But for that $100, you do get an extra transmitter as it's now a dual channel setup. So you basically get two transmitters, you get one receiver, you get three wind muffs, you get a carrying case. Even the cables are different in this package. They're a lot nicer now. They're more of a really lightweight ribbon style USB connector, so they're a little bit easier to manage. The TRS cable that comes with it has been upgraded as well. It's also a ribbon style cable that has memory retention, so you can shape it and form it easily around your gear. You get three small dead cat wind protectors, and these have been upgraded as well. They have a new twist-on locking system, so there's no way it's going to fall off. That was kind of a problem with the original set, is that those wind protectors kept falling off, but that's on there very securely. It's not going anywhere. So you do get three in the set. They do give you an extra one in case you do happen to lose one. The Rode Wireless 2 has a ton of upgrades, and I'm going to try and get to everything in this video. I'm going to cover the most important ones anyways. As mentioned, it is now a dual channel setup. Now you don't have to use both transmitters. If you only need one, you can simply use one. Now I've gone ahead and powered them on here, and you can see we have information for both transmitters. Down here at the bottom you can see we have transmitter 1 and transmitter 2. It shows us all the important information like audio input and battery level. At the top there you can see we have another meter, and that shows us the output going to the camera. Each one is independent. Now you have the option to record in stereo, so each transmitter is going to be on its own channel. That makes editing dual channel audio. Say you're doing an interview, you can adjust each channel individually. If you don't want your audio source in stereo and you just want one audio channel, or perhaps you're just going to be using one transmitter, you can change that quite easily by pressing down both buttons there. And as you'll see here, it changes to one audio channel. You can still use both transmitters, but it's just going to make your editing a little bit easier. Now, another big improvement they've made is the range on the new Wireless Go 2. One of the problems that people had in the past is that if you got any kind of distance and you had anything in between, you weren't in line of sight, sometimes the audio would drop out. And it's as simple as if you were turning around and you were no longer facing the camera, perhaps your body was in between, you would get some breakup in the audio. Well, I've done some testing and they've really greatly improved that. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you those audio tests here. Okay, folks, today we are going to do some audio tests with the Rode Wireless Go 2. We're going to do some distance tests and some penetration tests to see how well it performs. Now, right now I am standing behind the GoPro. I've got the Rode Wireless 2 connected, so this is audio coming right from the Wireless Go 2. It's fairly breezy out today, so we'll see how that affects these tests. One of the problems with the original Wireless Go is that sometimes if you had something in between the transmitter and the receiver, like your body, especially at any kind of distance, the audio would start to cut out. So we're going to test that out now. Now you're going to have to take my word for it here, but I am backing up. I'm going to back up to about 10 feet, and now I'm going to turn around. So there's no longer line of sight. My body's in between the Go 2 transmitter and receiver. So I'm not quite sure if it's working. I won't know that until I get back to my office. So I'm going to turn around now again, and yeah, so let's go for a walk here. I'm going to go in front of the camera now. Okay, so now I'm a fair distance from the camera. The Go 2 is rated for 200 meters. I don't think I'm quite 200 meters here, but we're a fair distance. So what does the audio sound like? So I'm going to actually turn around now. So again, I'll have something in between the transmitter and the receiver. So now I'm facing away from the receiver. So the transmitter and the receiver are no longer in line of sight. And what does the audio sound like? Now I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to stand behind this tree over here, and then we'll see if it can pick me up in between the tree. And now I'm going to go even further. So now we have body in between the transmitter and receiver. So definitely a big improvement with the distance and the penetration of the signal. Connecting the Rode Wireless Go 2 to your camera is as easy as it was with the original setup. You can see that clip there It's the exact size of a cold shoe, so you can slip it into any cold shoe just like that. We'll take the data cable, and that's basically it. That's one nice thing that Rode has done with the Go series, is that they've made it very simple. You can get great audio right out of the box without having a lot of knowledge. Then all you have to do is clip the transmitter to a shirt or a jacket. Because it has its own built-in microphone, you're just ready to go. However, if you prefer to use a lavalier because you don't want something too large hanging on your shirt, you can connect a lavalier. It's going to know right away that a lavalier has been plugged in. You don't have to make any adjustments. You can then stick the unit in your pocket and then clip a small lavalier to your shirt. Now I've got a wind muff on here making it look quite large, but they're pretty small and inconspicuous. Now another thing you can do here, because the Rode Wireless Go 2 is compatible with all Go accessories, they sell this little magnetic clip system. So one part just clips to the clip on the back. You can then place that on the inside of a shirt or jacket, and then over top of your clothes, you just have that magnet. So the only thing that's going to be visible is this little magnet. That magnetic clip also just allows you to connect the transmitter to any metal object. It's just a nice handy way to mount it. The Wireless Go 2 is also compatible with the Rode Interview microphone. Basically is as simple as pulling off the top, inserting your transmitter, placing the phone piece back over top, and there you go, you now have a full wireless microphone for conducting interviews. Now when Rode launched the Wireless Go 2, they gave a really good example of another way you can use your wireless setup. Here in front of me I have the Rode VideoMic NTG. This is an excellent microphone, and when you use it in conjunction with the Wireless Go 2, you can actually set up a wireless boom microphone. On the bottom of the microphone there, we actually have a cold shoe. So we can slip one of the wireless Go's in there just like that. We take the data cable and plug it in where we would normally plug in our lavalier, and then we connect it to the side of the microphone. We can then go ahead and power on the microphone, connect this to a boom pole, and now we've got a wireless boom microphone. Or you could attach a tripod to the bottom and set it on a desk, and now you've got a nice mobile wireless microphone system. You can also use your Wireless Go in conjunction with your smartphone. Rode sells these optional cables. This one here is the SC15, and you can see here it has a USB-C on one end and Lightning on the other. So all you would do to connect to a smartphone, instead of using the TRS cable, you would use this USB-C cable, plug it in there like that, directly into your smartphone. They also have a version for Android devices. You can see we have USB-C to USB-C. On top of that, you can also use one of the USB-C cables that comes with the kit and plug the Rode Wireless Go 2 directly into a computer. That's perfect for using things like Zoom. So it's a very versatile setup, and you can use it in many different ways. Now lastly, before I go here, another really nice feature of it is that it actually has audio recording backup on it. Now it's not turned on by default. In order to turn it on, you have to download an app for your PC or Mac. It's called Rode Central. With that app, you can go in and fine-tune all the settings, including enable audio recording. Each receiver will record a high-quality version of the audio, and that's great for redundancy. Sometimes if you get interference in your signal, the interference usually comes from sending it from the transmitter over to the receiver. So the recorded audio could have some kind of breakup. But because it's recording the audio on the transmitter, there's not going to be any breakup there. So if you have any audio problems, you can just plug this into a computer, retrieve the audio, and using an editor, you can now go in and fix your audio problem. So that definitely is a really nice feature as well. Well, folks, that's basically it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and found it informative. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And we'll see you in the next one.